Hey guys, and welcome back to Pure Heart. Chris here, as usual, back yet with another album review. And honestly, if you guys would, before you continue on to this video, make sure you guys hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. And also, if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe to Pure Heart. It really helps out this channel. And you know, unlike subscribing to, say, Netflix and you don't pay money, you don't pay any money. So that's great. You just get to notify of new content that is just like how today we have our very first own Brilliance album. If you guys don't know who the Brilliance are, they are composed of two best friends, Michael Gungor and John Arndt. I think that's his name. I'm not really good with last names, especially the way that that's spelled per se. And this is their second Sweet album, however, their third, fourth, or fifth album, depending on the way that you guys see their collection of albums. And this is called Sweet Number 2, The World Keeps Spinning, an Antidote to Modern Anxiety. And what they're doing actually is really interesting with these Sweets. They actually have a Patreon channel, I believe, and they're doing these Sweets just so the fans are technically like the producers. They're the ones that are deciding the songs, and that's a really interesting, great idea. Well, without having studio interference, I actually like it whenever people give it the artist's way. They are also doing this independently, which is really great. They don't have a record deal, which is fine. You know, there's really great albums out that aren't really part of a record label. In fact, some of the best albums aren't actually part of record labels. Not saying anything bad about record labels, it's just, you know, they can really truly get that artist aspect and make it something that they actually really care about. Again, you know, it's only just like a little bit of flavor. It's only that artist's artistry. And I'm just being honest, I'm not really that much of a huge Brilliance fan. I've listened to a few of the songs, a few of their albums. It's just never really clicked with me, other than some songs it's like, okay, yeah, that's good. I just wouldn't put that on a playlist per se. Just like, oh yeah, that's a good song. However, with this album, I really, really love it. I really love the social commentary that they're really trying to face off within this album. And this is the question that they keep on asking from the album. This is actually from an article. My article is going to be down in the links below if you guys would check it out. But this is actually what the article says. It says, "Is this the end of the world? So many are asking the question every day, believing it to be the end of the world, each for different reasons and in different ways. But hasn't every generation really asked that question? And how do we engage with others in the midst of these fears and concerns?" This album invites the listeners into these questions and to listen to the voices of one another in the midst of it. And this is a really great album that we actually need in today's society, really, because I literally almost every day hear, "Oh, the world's gonna end. Oh, the world's gonna end in this many days." It's like, okay, cool. You know, if as us for Christians, you know, if we're followers of Jesus, then we should be totally excited. Just be like, okay, cool, yay for the end of the world. Woo, we get to see Jesus. Woo, 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 woo. And you know, for those that aren't, okay, maybe I could see some panic right there. But however, us as Christians, you know, again, we still need to be that loving person with those people, so you know we can lead them to Christ. So guess what? Whenever the end of the world happens, they're actually with us in heaven. And with the second part, an antidote to modern anxiety. And this is also what the article again says. Again, find that in the link below. And this album also really explores the root causes of modern anxiety and searches for ways to cope in the face of existential dread. Featuring full orchestra and choir, the album has a sprawling electric sound with wide-ranging sonic influences from Bach, Stravinsky to John Brion and the Beatles. The Brilliance takes the listener on a beautiful, all-encompassing emotional journey toward the discovery of our need for each other. And again, the only reason why that we're like this right now is because we get that easy access to social media. Every generation has asked, is the world going to end? And the fact is, we don't know whenever the world is gonna end. That's what makes it so wild, and so that's why everybody keeps on asking, because we don't know. Okay, if we had a date on, it's like, okay, yeah, we would have this more fast, you know, be like, oh my gosh, or we would be lazy and just be like, yeah, okay, the world's gonna end. I don't know. Like, obviously, us as Christians, you know, we have clues, but again, it's all gonna happen in God's time. We don't know. Rather than for us as Christians being anxious about that day, and the fact are, if we are Christians, you know, we're being anxious about the day that the world's going to end, then, I mean, come on. Anyway, going back to the album, one of my problems have always been with the Brilliance is the way that they do their music. I'm not really huge. I like orchestra, but it's not my very favorite type of genre. It's not. I'm more of like a synth pop, indie folk / worship music / rock music. I do like some orchestra. It's just eh. And I feel like that their voices also don't really work 9 out of 10 times with the orchestra type of stuff. And again, you know, it just never really works with me. However, this album really much works with me because it has the same Brilliance flavor. However, it's mixed with modern synth pop, and that's amazing. I love that. I love just the way that they basically mix two different genres of a synth pop and a orchestra, and you get that in one of their songs called Circus. And man, it's so beautiful. Like, you get this piano / string into one part, and then you get this pheromone into another part, and it's just one of the most beautiful songs on there. Just every song on here is beautiful. I love every single song. They just have some different type of flavor. However, they keep on, you know, going to this flow of the album, and that's also what I'm a huge big fan of, is if they continues this flow. And in fact, during the middle points, kind of a turning point. It's like, where before it's just like, man, you know, we have all this anxiety of just what's gonna happen, you know, da 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 da. Where at the end of the day, we basically need each other, and that's where it really takes a pivot during the middle of this album. And it's just like, dude, we just need each other. And guess what? The world's going to keep on spinning. God is going to come on his time, and we just need to do the work that he has called us to do, which is make disciples. Honestly, you guys really need to experience what this whole album is. It's definitely one of the best albums of this year. I was just really trying to figure out something bad, and there's not really any bad on this album. It's just, you know, if you love the Brilliance, you're gonna love this album. If you're a new person that, you know, has never listened to a Brilliance album, or you're even skeptical like me going into this album, then who knows, your mind might be changed by this album, and, you know, you may be the Brilliance fan. However, it also has a really great, you know, message during this entire album. That is why I'm giving the Brilliance Sweet Number 2, The World Keeps Spinning, an antidote to modern anxiety, a 5 out of 5 hipster Jesus with a coffee in one of his hands. An album that is definitely one of my favorite Brilliance albums, an album that has a really great message, something that, again, we all need to hear going through life. Just, you know, something that you guys definitely need to listen to. But hey, if you guys would, again, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, comment down below what your favorite song off this album is, and also comment down below what you guys would like me to review in 2020. And guess what? You are love. Boom. Bye.